And Dayton went on a 14-4 run. It's a 5-point game. About 2.5 left. This is Fagan to the rack.
Well, great job by Fagan there. As he came, he saw the help defender and realized he was not outside the arc, which gave him more confidence to attack the rim with no charge being at risk. Here he is. You'll see this help defender doesn't get outside the restricted arc, which means fair game. He can come in there without being worried about the charge. Nice drive.
Meanwhile, a foul on the other end, so it's a 1-and-1 for Malachi Smith. 86% at the stripe this year. That's fourth best in the league.
I don't know that he's the most talented player on this Dayton team, but he certainly seems to be the heartbeat and identity. And he plays with this moxie, this confidence. Earned MVP honors at that ESPN Events Invitational in Orlando. Brother Scoochie played for the Flyers as well.
5 assists, just 1 turnover tonight. Morrell for 3, yes. Matt Morrell exploded a couple of weeks ago. He went for a career best 19 against Memphis and did a whole lot of that. 4 triples that day, knocking off a ranked Tigers team. Lead grows back to 8, less than 2 to go. And there's the second Malachi Smith turnover. Joyner on the run, he's fouled.
I think Ole Miss did a better job there. When Malachi Smith penetrates, don't help. Oftentimes he's looking to pass, so as a result, Smith gets stuck in the air, leading to a fast break on the other end.
And it was Weaver who fouled him on the way up.
Let's see how Morrell gets open here. He's going to screen, then come off the down screen, looking to shoot. Great set play by Kermit Davis. Oftentimes, use one of your better shooters as a screener. Find himself getting open.
You mentioned the phrase heartbeat. That's certainly what Jarkel Joyner is for this Ole Miss team. He's only been here for a couple of years. Remember, he started at Cal State Bakersfield. Spent 2 seasons playing for, coincidentally enough, the old Ole Miss head coach, Rod Barnes. Transfers back to Oxford. That's where he's from, the old Oxford High star. And now in his second season, he has kind of taken the torch from Devontae Schuler. Graduated a year ago. He is now Ole Miss's veteran poised leader. Boy, no break that time for Dayton. They give it away and right back to Ole Miss.
And I like the no call. Don't bail out the offense there. Kamara was expecting some contact. Ole Miss got out of the way. Just becomes an empty possession.
Game of runs. It's Ole Miss on a 9-2 run. Back ahead by 10. Joyner leans in, banks it in.
They're just a different team when they're efficient on offense. But when they do have their scoring droughts, their defense is good enough to keep them in there, hang in there until their offense gets going. Crowd into it as well.
Smith into the paint. Oh, he kept the dribble and then laid it right in. Ole Miss's lead still a double-digit advantage. It's hit 4 straight shots on this end. Got a 15-second difference between shot and game clock. This is Morrell. Shaded by Brea. 6 to shoot, Fagan. Out to Hunter. Not known as a three-point shooter, and there's a whistle underneath. That goes against Holmes, and that's going to give Ole Miss a couple of free throws.
Well, you make your own breaks, and Brooks his motor just never stops. And we've talked about the activity he's played with in the first half. Even as the shot clock and towards the end of this half, he keeps fighting, picks up the second foul on Holmes, as well as gets his team to the bonus. So what was a shot clock violation essentially turns into an opportunity.
Now, he missed the free throw, but Dan, his impact is vast. 8 points, 3 steals to go along with a block and 6 rebounds. 6 seconds left. Kamara dribbles, improvises, lays it up, no. And the horn sounds. Ole Miss ends the half on a 13-4 run. Takes a 10-point lead into the locker room. Shoots 56% from the field. And we're able to bust out of a little bit of a rocky shooting slump around the midway mark. All right, so that does it for us. One half in the books. We'll go to the studio. Dari Noka and the jogger, Damian Fishback. How many miles did you get in yesterday?
Look at that. They listen when we don't even know they can listen. That's the beauty of it.
Wow, got to watch out for those guys.
How many miles you been getting in? 3.5 a run?
3.5, man. 10-minute mile.
Last year you were like 2 miles. And
Yeah. Came a long way.
Good job. Good job by you. Ole Miss up 34-24, shooting 56%. You like that, but you like even more what they're doing defensively.
Absolutely. The job that they've done, Dayton comes in as the defensive team. The way they press you, they get up and down for 40 minutes. I think that's worked much better at home for Anthony Grant and Dayton. And we know Anthony Grant, the job that he did defensively in this league when he was at Alabama.
Yep.
But I think the pressure has actually played to the advantage for the Ole Miss Rebels because it allows them to get out and transition and score, Dari. Kermit Davis told me, he said, we don't need to be a half-court team. We're too small, but we are quick, we are fast, and so the ability for them to manufacture points off of defense and transition those in offense has paid dividends.
15 points off of 12 turnovers, and it's a good first half for that team. Again, 14 of 25 shoots, so if you're turning it over, you're shooting 56%, it's going to be tough to lose a lot of basketball games.
Absolutely, and I think Nasir Brooks is doing a nice job against the young freshmen as well from Dayton. Remember, 14 underclassmen is what Dayton brings in. First time over there in Oxford, Mississippi, they're having a challenge in the first half.
All right, so 10-point lead at home for the Rebels. Let's show you what's going on out in Vegas. We all know how Carolina, Kentucky kind of came to be, or North Carolina, Kentucky came to be.
So much going on in Vegas.
We're back there again, Fish, and it ain't a good thing. Kellen Grady bangs in the 3. They're up 24, and then Oscar Shibwe. Look, that's a 15-footer, Fish.
He's got touch. Big fella's got touch.
Oh, I got one more. Wait, no. Oh, I thought we had one more. I thought we had a Shibwe throwdown on Brady Manning.
I know with the left. We'll get it a little bit later.
No, this is an absolute. They're up 31 on North Carolina. What's the most impressive part of it?
Xavier Wheeler. Boy, he's got some wheels today, and he's willed his team to a dominant victory. Listen, Xavier Wheeler is the guy that we saw at Georgia for a couple of years. Remember the job that he did, penetrating, kicking. But this tenacity, the dog that he's played with in a positive way, the way he has hassled the guards of North Carolina, he's showed me that along with Oscar Shibwe, he is the alpha male on this Kentucky team. And we talked about it a little bit earlier. Yes, Kentucky's lost to Notre Dame and to the number 2 team in the country in Duke. But this Kentucky team still has a lot of weapons. They play with nice tempo, style, speed, and pace. Yeah. And that is paid to their advantage against the North Carolina Tar Heels today.
Just looking at his line here, 26 points, 7 assists, 3 rebounds, 4 steals.
Woo. Those are what impressed me the most.
I've been told we've got the dunk. I want to watch the dunk. You want to watch?
Can we see the dunk?
We're going to see the dunk right now. Here it is, off the missed free throw. Shibwe.
Get off me, little fella with the left, southpaw.
That's what he told Brady Manning. That's what happens when you leave Norman. But we're seeing vintage Shibwe here too. 16 points, 12 rebounds, and he's just a physical force. There aren't many teams that have guys that can match him.
No, I don't think in the country.
Yeah, that's kind of where we sit. All right, so Kentucky rolling over North Carolina. Much more from around the SEC to get to. Right now, there's one of those steals, one of those turnovers. 12 of them they forced. 15 points off of them, and it's led to a 10-point Ole Miss lead.
One word, I'm one of those kids who has cancer.
One challenge.
300 nights in the hospital.
Probably upwards of 10 surgeries.
2 bone marrow transplants.
Chemotherapy, radiation.
They've given me 3 months to live.
One hope.
We hope his treatment is working. We just hope.
We need your help. With a fight that began one night when one man gave one speech.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Celebrate softness season with Tommy John. Longer evenings require perfect pajamas and luxurious loungewear, so indulge her with insanely soft fabrics that last. They're machine washable, easy care, and easy to gift. We've got something for everyone with hand-selected gift sets and breathable bras that solve all her problems. Make this year memorable. Surprise her with silky, soft support. Be quick, our gift sets sell out fast.
Order by December 21st for Christmas delivery at TommyJohn.com.
Creating a legacy takes time, takes dedication, spirit, and a greater vision. That vision starts here at the University of Mississippi. What will you be remembered by? Your character, your contributions, your friendship. Your legacy will define who we are now and who we are becoming for our state, our students, and our future. Ole Miss, build your legacy.
Look closely. This $50 Buffalo gold piece was the purest gold coin ever struck using .9999. That's 4 nines, pure 24-karat gold. The U.S. government had to stop production because of a shortage of specially made gold blanks. It's no wonder the price of that edition has gone through the roof. Now you can reserve your own copy clad in 14 milligrams of 24-karat gold. The final issue price was to be set at $50 per proof. But now this private non-monetary 24-karat gold-clad masterpiece can be yours for only $9.95. With gold up over 500% since 2001, price can only be guaranteed for 7 days. Each new 2022 $50 gold Buffalo Tribute proof is clad in 14 milligrams of 24-karat gold, is proof struck, and utilizes the famous Buffalo nickel design. Strict limit of 5 proofs per color. You must hurry. Call now.
To order, call 1-800-755-2783. Strict limit of 5 proofs per caller.
Darian Fish back with you. Big one in Knoxville. Women's team of Tennessee Lady Vols undefeated on the year, and in comes third-ranked Stanford. Jordan Horston for 3 trims what was a 20-point deficit to 3. Now it's 7. A little too much Cardinal. Get the bounce there, and they go into Knoxville, give Tennessee their first loss, 74-63. South Carolina Clemson on the men's side. South Carolina down some 6 players, around 5 of them thought to be out because of COVID. Elamir Dawes for 3, Tigers up 9. South Carolina was hanging around this thing early, but it's gotten ugly. Dawes again. Just not enough firepower. Not on this night at Little John.
No, and that would have been a good matchup, too, if both teams were complete.
Speaking of good matchup, how about Conzo Martin, Missouri, taking on Utah? Utah's got a top 70 net. These kinds of games are opportunities for Missouri who could use them, and Kobe Brown came to play. You'll see Booth Gotch for 3. They hit 10 threes, but this was all about Kobe Brown.
Yeah, it absolutely was. Kobe Brown, I think, is the most improved player in the Southeastern Conference. Good size, demeanor, has continued to develop his basketball game. Nice Earl the Pearl. Big boy spin with the right hand, float over the left shoulder. I think he's been one of the more impressive players in the SEC this year.
How about paint points? 38-16. Mizzou owned it, and they get the win over the Utes, 83-75. They go to St. Louis for that bragging rights game against Illinois on Wednesday. Alley-oop. R.J. Blakeney throwing that down, but his Flyers still down in double digits.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if Auto Owners makes sense for you. Oh, now you do your job.
The holidays are in full swing and you can feel the magic in the air.
Especially at T-Mobile. Let's go to Diane.
Can you tell us what's happening? Yeah, I got the awesome new iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods, and T-Mobile's paying for them both. Oh, and I get a free year of Apple TV Plus.
Upgrade to the iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods, both on us, only at T-Mobile.
And this is for new and existing T-Mobile and Sprint customers, like me. Back to you.
Hey.
Hello?
We're going to T-Mobile.
What does the future of strength look like? It's a personal trainer that assesses your strength and adds weight as you progress. It's dynamic weight that adjusts for you in real time for a more efficient workout.
Come on!
And it's a roster of coaches that motivates you to get stronger, faster. The future is strength you can feel and results you can see. And you can only experience it on Tonal.
Good things come to those who work. So let's get to work. Get going. Get hustling.
Let's go get this money, man.
Let's get paid. Not later. Now. Because there are things we want. Now. Goals to reach. Now. Ideas to create. Now. And there's no better time than now. So what are you waiting for? Pick up, drop off, cash out. Dash now. DoorDash.
We picture the student athlete for the hit, the catch, the run. But it's time we picture them for more. The flag bearer, the flag changer, the poet, the big dreams, the huge heart, and the team comedian. More than students, more than athletes.
Welcome back. Darian Fish, LSU in Bossier City to face Louisiana Tech. Fish, you suggested this might be a bit of a battle for Will Wade's team, who's yet to lose a game. To this point, you are right. Look at Kenneth Lofton Jr. battling underneath.
Yeah, the big boy has caused problems for defenses all year long. No different with the LSU Tigers early.
No, he averages 19 on the year, and he's got that's the only two to this point, but still trouble. How about Georgia? Speaking of trouble, George Mason has gone into Athens. They're up 28-15 early there. All right, second half from Oxford coming up. Nicaea Brooks finishing that 10-point Rebel lead. We shall see if they hang on. We'll see when it's over.
We all eat unhealthy foods and breathe unhealthy air. Most of what you eat, drink, and breathe passes through your liver. This can make you feel tired and sluggish. Your liver is a vital organ that cleanses your body, supports your immune system, and produces your body's energy. Liver Right Liverade is the natural dietary supplement that aids and supports liver function and cleanses your liver from impurities in your diet and environment, so you can have better energy and better quality of life. Help your liver daily with Liver Right Liverade, available at CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, and Walmart.
The future of health is not a thing that tracks your heart rate night and day, that gives you the most accurate sleep data, that tracks your heart rate during your workout, that predicts your period a month early and alerts you a week before it starts, that senses your blood oxygen levels, that knows when you might be feeling unwell, even before you do, that's water resistant up to 330 feet. The future of health is you.
Creating a legacy takes time, takes dedication, spirit, and a greater vision. That vision starts here at the University of Mississippi. What will you be remembered by? Your character, your contributions, your friendship. Your legacy will define who we are now and who we are becoming for our state, our students, and our future. Ole Miss, build your legacy.
Do you listen to the TV on high volume or have trouble hearing conversations? Then you would benefit from hearing aids. Don't waste thousands on expensive hearing aids when you can get Nano's revolutionary technology for just $297. Don't be fooled by higher-priced hearing aids. The CIC Recharge is a true hearing aid, not an amplifier. With rechargeable technology many customers say is superior to more expensive models. Call now and get not one, but two Nano hearing aids for just $297. $297. Plus, we'll add a portable charging case and ship your order absolutely free. The CIC Recharge has a tiny in-the-ear canal design that is nearly invisible. Why keep missing out on important conversations or waste thousands of dollars? Call and get 2 CIC Recharge hearing aids for only $297 and free shipping.
800-256-2957. Again, that's 800-256-2957.
10-point lead for Ole Miss. Start of the second half, just a few moments away. The Rebels looking for a December boost. Conference play right around the corner. Plus, they'd never beaten Dayton in 7 tries. There's Dane Bradshaw, former Vols captain Kevin Fitzgerald with you. So, Nyseer Brooks, Dane, playing his 141st college basketball game, the 6th-year senior. He's the wise one. The veteran was terrific in the paint, really had his way against the Flyers in that first half.
I think Kermit Davis told him, said, look, you're 25 years old, you're the oldest dude, play some grown man basketball. And Nyseer Brooks came out and did it. He brought the fight to Dayton despite their young, talented roster, but they hadn't been through 6 years of college basketball like Brooks has, and he was active all game long. He got it off the offensive rebound. He got it off the lob dunks. He had some traditional post-ups. He took charges on the defensive end. He was the MVP for the Ole Miss Rebels in that first half.
He turned 25 just a couple of weeks ago, back on December 5th. 8 points, the 6 rebounds, plus 3 steals, a block. Well, and neither team shot the ball poorly, but Dane, the turnover bug, that was the bugaboo for Dayton. 12 of them, and then look at the advantage for Ole Miss, the points off those turnovers. That was the backbreaker for Anthony Grant's club.
Yeah, I thought early on in the game, too, the live ball turnovers that got Ole Miss comfortable on the offensive end with some easy buckets. Then Dayton went on a run of their own, only to be topped by Ole Miss towards the end of the second half. See what the Flyers have coming out of the gates here.
These two teams faced off against one another a year ago up at UD Arena. It was a close game, one in which Dayton came back and won by a final score of 65 and 62, I should say. A lot of activity inside. That's Rodriguez with the rebound. So just a year ago, almost to the day, Flyers found themselves in this exact position. But now they're on the road looking for their first road win of the year, down 10. Joyner let that one go. There's a whistle on that cut to the basket, so Brooks draws the foul. And it's
that'd be one occasion.
Blakeney's first.
Yeah, that's one occasion where Ole Miss didn't want the foul. I mean, they got the exact shot they wanted. Jarkel Joyner on a pull-up 15-footer, his bread and butter. Obviously not much to review there. That should be a quick monitor check. Give them the personal foul and move on. I don't think there was anything malicious at all afterwards.
Well, and our stats guru, Brian Bennett, is right on it. The officials are checking to see if Jarkel Joyner was in the act of shooting before the whistle. So this is one of those tedious moments where, he's got to be in the act of shooting for that shot to count. And Bart Lennox, Vlad Tedal, Jerry Heater, they say no shot. So just a new 20-second shot clock for Ole Miss. Quiet first half for the Rebels' leading scorer. That's Joyner at just 5 points. Here's Brakefield in the corner. That's good. Jamin Brakefield, the Duke transfer, with his first triple.
That's the best asset he brings to the Ole Miss offense. A little bit of a pick and pop, spread you out type big man. Kamara. Just a good job spreading out that zone, finding that soft spot in it in that corner. Good job by Brakefield.
Meanwhile, on the other end, Toumani Kamara earns himself a chance at the conventional three-point play. Rodriguez, who has just whistled for his second. And Kamara gets it back to a 10-point game.
He had a little bit of an up and down first half, but I think he's got to stay in attack mode for the Flyers because outside of Malachi Smith, I think he's their best penetrator and finisher at the rim when coming from the perimeter.
Yeah, you're right. The confidence has to remain strong. He had those 4 turnovers in the first half. Here's his old Georgia teammate, Ty Fagan, offline on the 3. There he goes. He spins, and it's a blocking foul on Brakefield.
Don't forget, Kamara played with now Kentucky point guard Xavier Wheeler last year. So Kamara doing some one-on-one plays. And we asked Anthony Grant about that transition. He said, look, we're playing through him a lot more here at Dayton as opposed to at Georgia. He was getting a lot of lob dunks and spoon feeds and setup plays from the assist king, Xavier Wheeler. So a little bit different role right now he's adjusting to. Here's a lob dunk.
Oh, they found him there. Smith, that's his 6th assist. Kamara. What were you just saying about the assist king? That looked like a Wheeler to Kamara type play right there. Just sub in Malachi Smith.
Yeah, beautiful play on the out of bounds. They screen against that zone, and that'll be the easiest 2 Kamara gets all night.
Yeah, keyword easiest. That's exactly why he transferred. He wanted to increase his role on the offensive end. Here's Morrell for 3, left it short. Blakeney starts to push, up ahead to Smith. Dayton has won 5 out of 6 since that bizarre 1-3 start. That included 3 home losses. Kamara, the hook shot, no. And Brooks snatches his 7th rebound. And ask any Dayton Flyer fan, 3 straight home losses. That does not happen rarely ever.
Kevin, we'll go back to that lob dunk to Kamara. And watch how as they swing it around, and they're going to screen against the zone. Can't quite see it as much there, but then it's a lob over the top. Great execution by Dayton. See how Brooks comes up there to guard Holmes. Holmes was just window dressing. He just wanted to draw that defender up towards the free throw line.
Boy, excellent stuff. Holmes blocks the Joyner shot. Oh, he's running. Poor decision that time in transition, and another giveaway. Joyner, shot fake into the paint, throws it up. He's fouled. Free throws coming for the Oxford native. Hey, Tuesday night, you get a chance to see J.D. Note and the Arkansas Razorbacks, one of the 6 SEC teams ranked in the top 25. They battle against Elon. That's on the SEC Network. Again, tipping off at 7, 6 Central. Also available on the ESPN app. One app, one tap. Florida rebounding with a victory today. Missouri, you just saw earlier, took down Utah. And Kentucky, everybody was scrambling, I noticed at halftime on Twitter, to see if this was going to be the biggest margin of defeat in UNC history. Kentucky just demolishing UNC today.
Boy, the ACC's
final score 98-69.
Yeah, I mean, Tennessee had their way with North Carolina, as did Kentucky. Just a down year for the ACC right now.
There's Holmes. That's a point-blank make. Ole Miss has kept Dayton at arm's length much of that first half, and the majority of this second half as well. Here's a steal, and the run out. Blakeney lays it in.
And you got to be
Kermit
furious.
Davis is going to subsequently call the timeout. Yep. Dane, a 9-2 Flyers run. They've scratched back in this one. 6-point game.
The SEC taught us that no matter how hard you work, victory is never guaranteed. but fighting to get back up. Every single time you get knocked down is the only way to turn a setback into a comeback. Regions, official bank of the SEC.
Don't be shy now. I like that prime cut. I love my gold jacket, but that Aflac blue feels so right.
When you feel right, you coach right.
I know that's right. Prime never believed in double coverage, but health insurance in Aflac is money.
Must be money.
And I know how Coach Prime feels about money.
Now that is what this jacket needs.
Must be money.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover at Aflac.com.
Add fun to your Christmas list with hot deals only at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Get up to 50% off game tables, up to 50% off ride-ons, and up to $500 off connected fitness equipment. Shop these deals at your store at Academy.com through December 19th.
Ole Miss by 6, but Dayton is on the hunt. A 9-2 run for the Flyers just a few minutes into the second half. This is Dayton's first game of the week. Remember, they played Virginia Tech last weekend. Exam week for Dayton. So, Dane was on a mission this week to find out some of the notable majors for not just Dayton, but some of these Ole Miss players as well. Dane, I never took any mechanical engineering or biological science classes back in my day, but shout out to Christian Wilson and Grant Slatton as well, among the others on this list.
I'm struggling in all those, but I will say, in the real world, Christian Wilson's going to be the toughest sell. I don't care if you're trying to sell that guy a car, real estate. You sell an engineer, you've done something. Those guys overthink everything. They can't make a decision. You never want to have to sell an engineer, ever.
Sounds like you've dealt with.
No, I just saying, if Christian Wilson walks up in the future, you got to walk away from that one, man. Those guys are so smart, but it could be analysis paralysis on a purchase. That's all I'm saying. Man.
Well, just a salute to those 5 and everyone else. Everybody on the floor has difficult schedules, but those 5 in particular. Whew, tough exam week. Timeout in Oxford.
The holidays are in full swing, and you can feel the magic in the air.
Especially at T-Mobile. Let's go to Diane.
Can you tell us what's happening?
Yeah, I got the awesome new iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods, and T-Mobile's paying for them both. Oh, and I get a free year of Apple TV Plus.
Upgrade to the iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods, both on us, only at T-Mobile.
And this is for new and existing T-Mobile and Sprint customers, like me. Back to you. Hello?
We're going to T-Mobile.
I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I can't tell you the last time I looked at my credit card statement. Hi, I'm Yaya, founder of Truebill, a simple app to help you stay on top of your spending, save money, and make sense of your finances. It's an automated accountant for busy people. Download Truebill today.
Show the world what it means to be an SEC fan at Fanatics.com. The largest assortment of officially licensed SEC fan gear anywhere. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com. Officially licensed everything.
Our all-state celebration moment. Dane, Deshaun Ruffin to Nicer Brooks. Yeah, you could celebrate after a little alley-oop.
Yeah, he comes back, gives a high five, says, thanks, young fella. Ruffin with a nice dime there. Brooks knows what to do with it.
Nicer Brooks, his 6th year. We mentioned it before. 3 years at Cincinnati, playing for Mick Cronin. The last couple at Miami. This is his final year, 141 career games. He's the 3rd oldest of 11 brothers and sisters. So talk about being a leader, not only on the floor, but you got to kind of command the troops growing up. And he's also a amateur chef, Dane. You can go follow along some of his culinary experiences, in a sense. He's making vodka pasta, a little penne vodka, a little shrimp Alfredo, a little Sunday dinner featuring macaroni. I think that looks like a little catfish as well. the 7-foot chef, the very culinarily refined Nyseer Brooks. Which one you ordering off the menu there?
I'll take the top one. Hold the pasta. No wonder the guy's in such good shape. I mean, when you cook for yourself and you're not eating out all the time. Multifaceted big man. Well, I mean, he's 25. You got to start cooking for yourself at some point.
Yeah, there's Joyner on the slam. Well, so Kermit Davis was telling us, I think, we're going to have the team over for dinner around the holidays. Elvis drills a 3. And, yeah, Kermit Davis has a little bit of he's got a catfish in. I think he was saying over at Taylor Grocery. So he may get a whole bunch of catfish for Nyseer Brooks to cook. That's a whole lot of pressure, though. You got to cook for the entire team. Brakefield tips that back in. Seven-point Ole Miss advantage. Blake, the jab step, gives him a little bit of space. And the rebound of Fagan off the miss. Ruffin nearly dribbled that one off his foot. Scrambled for it. Oh, the pass is blocked down. Kamara right back to the point guard. Malachi Smith lays it in, and Dayton's back within 5. Ruffin for 2.
And that's what Kermit Davis wants to do against the press. When you get it past half court, do not hesitate. Don't kick it out. Go attack. Make them pay for pressing. Well done by Ruffin.
Dayton has never led in this game. It's been within 3 at several points. There's a foul on that sequence in front of Anthony Grant.
Well, Kevin, if you're a Dayton Flyer fan, you're wondering how the heck are we not scoring more points? Well, not many teams are getting their season high against this Ole Miss Rebel team. You take a look at what they've done in recent games. They've held opponents to 60 or fewer in 5 of their last 7. So this is their brand. This is their identity for Ole Miss. Let's see if Dayton tries to screen this zone again.
Oh, ball back to the Rebels. Mustafa Amsil stepped on the end line. Fagan. The lob is broken up by Holmes. And he's the beneficiary on the other end.
Not many fast break points in this one, but opportunistic there for the Flyers off a tough turnover by Fagan.
Well, now it's Dayton that appears to be the aggressor. They've turned Ole Miss over 4 times in the first 6 minutes and change of the second half. Brooks with position. Lays it up over Holmes and a whistle. Count the basket. It's a goaltend violation.
On the other end, it's Holmes running the court, 6'10", sprinting past everybody. Well, we're calling this one from home, Kevin, so I don't have quite as good of an angle, but that seemed like an odd goaltend call.
Well, I'm with you. A bit unexpected, but it extends the Ole Miss lead to 7. Smith works off the home screen. Amsil now attacks. The floater, yes. And a steal in the backcourt. Amsil rises and fires. Down and out.
And I think Kermit Davis has to look at this. He's got somebody at the scores table there. I just don't love this current lineup for Ole Miss right now.
What do you want? What's missing?
I think maybe a few more ball handlers. It just seems to be a little bit of confusion on the offensive end as they try to play Joyner off the ball.
Yeah, it's Joyner, Crowley, Fagan. Go along with Brakefield and Brooks in the front court. A blow by, a layup, but there's a foul before the Smith deuce. Boy, Malachi Smith, that quick burst. The playmaking freshman for the Bronx.
Not kidding. St. Raymond's finest going right down the lane. And this squad right now is getting subbed out. Several of them are. Coach Davis not happy with offensive execution where they turn it over some defensive breakdowns, and then turning it over against the press as well. Try to reestablish momentum for the Rebels.
Yeah, right now it favors the Flyers. 57% shooting in this second half, although the giveaway, that's a costly turnover, and then it's compounded by the Smith foul. That's his second. And Jarkel Joyner that time just leaps in and snags that one.
Good read. Great athleticism by Joyner. Oftentimes teams will just let you kind of have that outlet pass against the out-of-bounds defense, not Joyner.
Right. Both of these teams looking for a little December boost. Lob it up, and Sammy Hunter jams it down. Well, that should give Ole Miss a boost. The lead back to 7. And the Bahamian with his first basket of the evening.
I think that was Brakefield down there. Maybe even Rodriguez. Another great screen on the block.
Dayton has won 5 out of 6. It's second road game of the year, and they're looking to bring home a quality victory. A timeout after the foul.
Doing a good job screening against the zone. That time Rodriguez says, hey, 23, you just jump, go get it. I'll occupy your man. Nice feed, nice play. Kermit Davis and the Rebs up 7.
If you want a great team, you need natural-born leaders, some tough cookies, and a few who do anything to win. Find a group like that, you've got one hell of a team.
Welcome to SEC Nation.
It feels great because we're home.
From SEC Nation, we're coming your way right now.
If you receive regular payments as a result of an accident, wrongful death, or medical malpractice, JG Wentworth can help turn those payments into cash you can use now. With JG Wentworth, you'll have a knowledgeable team on your side, helping you get the money you need now. Maybe you want to buy a house, a car, pay off debt, or go back to school. The point is, it's your money, and you should be able to use it when you need it.
Call 877-CASH now or go to jgwentworth.com to see if you're eligible for a $5,000 advance.
You're used to doing 2 things at once. Why not brush and floss at the same time? It's easy with Waterpik Sonic Fusion 2.0, the 2-in-1 oral care breakthrough with 2 times the bristle speed and superior flossing power. It cleans deep between teeth and below the gum line, clinically proven to be up to twice as effective as regular brushing and flossing for removing plaque and improving gum health. So upgrade your oral care with the world's first flossing toothbrush. Go online or ask your dental professional about Waterpik Sonic Fusion.
New Year's Eve, it's back. CFP, Alabama, Cincinnati at 3:30, Michigan and Georgia at 7:30. And yeah, I'm about as amped as Luke Fickell is doing chin-ups in the Cincinnati locker room. So, hey, Greg Sankey's SEC with another pair of teams in the college football playoff. It's Alabama and it's Georgia, and here he is in Oxford this evening to take in a little Ole Miss in Dayton on the hardwood.
Yeah, we couldn't ask for better leadership and a better commissioner at the SEC, and goes without saying the incredible job he did last year to navigate through a pandemic, help get sports back without ever guaranteeing it, just continuing to plan on having football. And you think back and, if football doesn't get kicked off, no pun intended, the winter sports likely don't happen either. And so with some uptick in cases and cancellations happening now, I know from the SEC standpoint, I feel great about the leadership being able to navigate through this season no matter what is thrown at it.
Yeah, well said. Sissoko lays that one in, so it's back to a 5-point game. By the way, just the ultimate prank that Alabama played on the entire nation all year, right? All the attention's on Georgia. But guess who's number one when it's all said and done? Back at the top.
I will say, if you're Georgia, you're thinking, all right, I'd rather lose to them in the SEC title game than the college football title game, because it's going to be hard to beat them twice.
Setting up a nice story. Matt Morrell, book it from deep. We've just seen this game, Dane, play out kind of in accordion style. Each time Dayton gets it closer, like right here, Sissoko has it knocked out.
Yeah.
Ole Miss punches right back with a big bucket like this one.
That's a good call. And the sophomore from Memphis quietly really having a nice impact on this game. Promising young player for Ole Miss, part of that core group that I could see him being a potential all-SEC player by his senior season. And woo, there's an all-conference player maybe in his freshman season, Malachi Smith.
Well,
Bronx, your boy's doing work in the South right now.
He is an obvious early candidate for Freshman of the Year in the A-10.
Look at that. Oh, just scoops right past the defender. Does a great job using that inside hand off the glass.
You brought it up before. His brother was a fan favorite and terrific 3-year starting guard, Scoochie Smith. He helped guide Dayton to 4 straight NCAA tournaments, and that is exactly where Anthony Grant and this Flyer team wants to get back to. You just think about what could have been a couple of years ago, because they set a school record, won 29 games in 2020 before the pandemic, canceled the NCAA tournament, and to quote the great Stu Gatz, that was kind of collision course. 1 seed, Dayton, that was going to happen that year. 5-point game past the midway mark in the second half. Late shot clock offense, Morrell. Brooks with a friendly carom right to him. Joyner has to heave it. Didn't hit anything. Shot clock violation. Well, it's the third time Kermit Davis's team has, just kind of lost the shot clock in a sense. And suffered a violation. Remember, they are the home team. Amzil. Rebound to Brakefield. A bump inside, and that looks like Sissoko is going to get whistled for the personal.
Yeah, Brooks was working hard on that post-up. I thought they missed him, could have hit him early, but then eventually draws the foul. Like to see if they can't get 3 and white, just a few more touches in the paint. It's been difficult against the zone, but even on that post-up attempt there, they've always gotten something good out of it on the offensive end.
He's earning everything he's getting tonight. Nice here, Brooks. Brakefield elects to drive. Morrell. Brooks! Oh, an unconventional slam, but it does roll down. 12 points for the big man.
When you got it going, you got it going. A beautiful feed by Matthew Morrell there. Again, when 3 and White gets the ball in the paint, good things happen.
Again, clear size advantage for the 7-footer from Philadelphia. After the air ball, Ole Miss patiently works it down the floor. Ruffin back in to run the point. Attacks, lays it up. 2 free throws coming for the McDonald's All-American, Jackson's finest, at the line for 2. I don't know if I've seen a slam like this before, Dane.
Well, this is using the entire court, getting those heels to the baseline against the zone. It's so hard for a defense to come help there and still recover, especially with an athlete like Brooks. I'll tell you, on the other end, though, Kevin, doesn't it just seem like every time Dayton gets it so close, they just can't get over the hump? Miss a couple threes, then Ole Miss answers. Every time they get it to about 5, Ole Miss goes on one of these kind of 6-0, 8-2 type runs to extend the lead in a game where points are at such a premium. Dayton's going to have to convert some, especially from deep, where they're just 2 of 9 on the night.
Outside of the first couple of minutes of the game, the closest Dayton has been is 3. To the basket, Elijah Weaver, who is having an off night. He actually leads Dayton in scoring. Goes for 11 a game, that's all. But just 1 point tonight. Ruffin absorbs the contact and the body control at the rim. He's got it. Ole Miss back ahead by double digits. Holmes. That's just a wise head fake that time. That's a freshman. Great presence around the rim. The Goodyear, Arizona native. The highest rated Dayton recruit in the ESPN 100 era. Oh, boy. And Brakefield was passing it to, I don't know, out of bounds. Timeout.
5'9", 6'10". I'll take 5'9" when it's Deshaun Ruffin. Buckets for the freshman.
Introducing the first stain worthy of the yellow tag. New Yellowwood Protector semi-transparent stain and water repellent. Find a Yellowwood dealer near you.
Regions has really good mortgage rates right now. We should look into refinancing.
Okay. Refi? Are we grown-ups? With a rainy day fund? Extra money every month. Money's good. I like money. And house plans. Furniture we don't have to assemble ourselves. Let's do this thing. You read my mind.
When money gets you dreaming, apply online to refinance your mortgage with Regions, or work with our mortgage loan officers and live in the moment.
The holidays are in full swing, and you can feel the magic in the air.
Especially at T-Mobile. Let's go to Diane.
Can you tell us what's happening?
Yeah, I got the awesome new iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods, and T-Mobile's paying for them both. Oh, and I get a free year of Apple TV Plus.
Upgrade to the iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods, both on us, only at T-Mobile.
And this is for new and existing T-Mobile and Sprint customers, like me. Back to you.
Hey.
Hello?
We're going to T-Mobile.
Everything you've seen me do was made possible by what you don't see. We all have the strength to see what's possible. It's up to us to unlock it. Tonal, be your strongest.
Thousands have been affected by storms and tornadoes in recent days and weeks. Please help. If you can, visit redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross respond and help people recover from this disaster across the South, Midwest, Upper Midwest as well. There's the number on the screen. Please help if you can.
Kevin, so many people participating, helping, but how about in the SEC, the Kentucky Telethon that the head coaches and players put on, raising over $4 million to go to that relief.
Astounding. Astounding. Well, meanwhile, here in Oxford, 7:19 to go. in the second half. This is the 8th meeting between these two programs, Dayton and Ole Miss. And there you go, right in the middle. Anthony Grant's Flyers hold a 7-0 series advantage. Ole Miss has never beaten them, and that includes last year's 65-62 Dayton victory up at UD Arena, a game in which the Flyers had to come back and win. Now, every player who scored in that game for Dayton has since moved on. Here's Ruffin off the steal. He lays it in. The dynamic freshman is starting to make his impact noticeable on this one. He's got 10. For Dayton, it's 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. It pretty much has been much of this second half. Smith caught underneath the rim that time. Every time they inch back closer, Ole Miss finds itself extending the lead. It's back to 11. Ruffin now is just in attack mode. Boy, how about the fearlessness of this Jackson, Mississippi native?
Well, you get the turnover with the active hands, but the body control and the hang time to finish through contact. I mean, that's how you do it when you are at a disadvantage height-wise. It's getting the defender on their heels. And Ruffin just only played a couple games. You mentioned with that broken right hand early in this season. I think it's safe to say the freshman from Jackson, Mississippi has found his stride in this season.
I mean, Dane, just that previous play, that's almost a illustration of high basketball IQ as well, right? Just knowing what you need to do around the rim to avoid getting blocked and get the foul call.
Yeah, we've seen him do great things as a scorer. 12 points in 13 minutes against Middle Tennessee State, but Kermit Davis is quick to point out what a terrific facilitator he's going to be.
Boy, Holmes almost hesitated.
Malachi Smith, excuse me.
So he has 12 points. He and Nasir Brooks both with a dozen. They're the game leaders. Ruffin again. Lays it up and he finishes. Takeover mode. He's got 13, 11 of which coming in the second half, and most of them in the last couple of minutes.
I mean, you just can't stay in front of this kid. Lightning speed, has great vision. The in and out crossover gets to the rack. I mean, that's going through what, 3-4 Dayton defenders? He brings a totally different dynamic to this Ole Miss offense.
Oh, the appreciation too.
Yeah, get your breather quick. Trainer, get him some water, some Gatorade. We got to put this kid back in quick.
Well, after he made that layup at the tail end of that replay, he took his right fist and did a chest thumping. I almost winced. Go easy on that right hand. And there you can see. And Kermit said to reporters this week, he asked him, hey, do you think you're ready to go tomorrow being Wednesday, that win against Middle Tennessee State? And he was the one who said, hey, Coach, I want to give it a go. Exactly 5 weeks removed from that injury in the season opener. And it's still probably going to be another couple of weeks until he may have the most mobility back in that right hand. But, boy, even despite the situation he's working with tonight, impressive in this second half. And that's a missed opportunity at the line for the Flyers.
So, Kevin, to put it in perspective, he's played 13 minutes. He's played 13 minutes on the night. That's what he played against Middle Tennessee State.
Yep.
He's got 25 points in 26 minutes played. I'd say that's efficient from the little man.
Joyner, no. So maybe Kermit Davis sat him just to protect the points per minute efficiency.
Yeah, Kim Palm's going to have a field day with that.
Yeah.
Stat.
Holmes had looked online, but hit front rim. And Dayton is starting to fall too far behind. Coming up on the 5-minute mark. Ole Miss nearly matching the largest lead of the game. Brooks, strong, the gather and the layup.
It's just such a terrific, strong catch by Brooks. With the help defender coming from behind, he gathers himself, goes up calmly. Veteran move.
And there's a double-double now for Brooks. underneath Holmes. That's a difficult finish. Deron Holmes with 14 trying to will the Flyers back into this one. A whistle, though, with 4:37 to go.
So here's Brooks. Watch how the help comes over. Looks like there might be a steal. He just looks him off, says, all right, you go ahead, get out of here. I'll take my time, pump fake, get up. But I guarantee you ask Brooks, say, hey, you know, what about that Holmes freshman kid for Dayton? He's going to say, man, that freshman's a handful. He's he's going to be great, because Holmes is giving him everything he wants on the other end, too.
This Flyers team, Dane, they are young, but so much potential for Anthony Grant. It's Holmes, it's Smith, 4 freshmen in the A-10's best recruiting class this prior cycle, 9 sophomores. It is a very untested group, but they are still poised to finish in the top half of the A-10. Certainly tested tonight by this Ole Miss defense. Offensive foul, that's on Kamara. Ball back to the Rebels.
And Kevin, this is where you want to see Ole Miss take the next step and really close out games. I know you had the call against Memphis where they had a little bit of a lead. Memphis comes back. Don't let this game last another 20, 30 minutes. Be efficient on offense. Take some clock. And I think having Ruffin at your disposal and Joyner in the backcourt should certainly help that.
Anthony Grant calls a timeout. Confounded by that prior offensive foul. Timeout in Oxford. Ole Miss leads by 13 with 4:28 to go.
Welcome to Allstate, where our new lower auto rates are worth celebrating. Now get new lower auto rates. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
Add fun to your Christmas list with hot deals only at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Get up to 50% off game tables, up to 50% off ride-ons, and up to $500 off connected fitness equipment. Shop these deals at your store at academy.com through December 19th.
Do you feel sluggish or tired throughout the day? Have you ever thought the problem could be your liver?
My liver?
Your liver cleanses your body of things like too much food and drink. And if it's all clogged up, you feel sluggish and tired. But there is something you can do. Take Liverite Liverade, the natural dietary supplement just for your liver. Liverite helps your liver work properly so you can feel more energized. Cleanse your liver. Feel the energy. Live right with Liverite.
Thanks, Liverite.
Available at CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, and Walmart.
Celebrate softness season with Tommy John. Longer evenings require perfect pajamas and luxurious loungewear, so indulge her with insanely soft fabrics that last. They're machine washable, easy care, and easy to gift. We've got something for everyone with hand-selected gift sets and breathable bras that solve all her problems. Make this year memorable. Surprise her with silky, soft support. Be quick, our gift sets sell out fast. Order by December 21st for Christmas delivery at TommyJohn.com.
Doreen OK in studio. Don't forget, coming up when we are finished up in Oxford, we'll get you out to Tuscaloosa. Bama's first game after that second loss of the season Tuesday at Memphis. Javon Quinterly and the Tide taking on Jacksonville State. Bama, 85 points a game. That's tops, of course, in the SEC. All right, Kevin, Dane, back to you.
Hey, thanks, Dari. Yep, Alabama and Jacksonville State coming up next. Dave Neal, Pat Bradley have the call for you coming up. Ole Miss leads by 13. And Dave, I just want to underscore something you said before we hit our recent timeout. 4:28 to go. If you're Kermit Davis, those players in that huddle, this is a let's shut the door type of moment, right? I mean, it feels like a good opportunity to try to get it done, not mess around, and leave the door open, in a sense, for Dayton.
And it's tricky. You don't want to go in a prevent defense type mode, but when you break the press, if you don't have a clear-cut advantage, then pull it out, take some clock, as opposed to the attack mode that you're in for most of this game.
Ole Miss has led for almost the majority of this one, almost every minute, outside of an early tie right after tip-off. Well, there's a steal. So Morrell tried to feed the big man Brooks. Smith leaves it for Kamara. Lost it, had it poked out of his hands on the way up. And Ole Miss is bailed out.
That is a huge deflection in this one. I mean, a chance to get it to 11, set up your press. Big-time steal.
Instead, Ole Miss bleeding some clock. Looking to get to 8-3 with one more non-conference game remaining. That's not including the SEC Big 12 Challenge game. Joyner, he loves that mid-range step back, and he sticks it. Jarkel Joyner.
What a luxury to have when you can just kill clock and you have such a capable one-on-one player to get a high-quality shot in Joyner. Clutch play.
Smith fouled, count the bucket.
And he's just going to do a little bit of a step back here, and he has such great elevation on his jumper. He can typically get his shot off over anybody due to that terrific vertical, but on the other end, he's shaking his head too like, man, their freshmen are tough down low. They got a freshman that's pretty tough at point guard too. Despite what certainly could be a loss here on the road for Dayton, the future is bright with this core group.
Look at that bottom left, double-double for the freshman, 11 points, 10 boards. Hey, Dean, you're lauding that just athletic ability. Look, when you're high school teammates with DK Metcalf, all right, you're gonna have to try to match him athletically with some sort of athleticism at some point. Like, that's a high bar that was set as he was growing up. Talk about athleticism. By the way, a foul on Ole Miss, so it sends Kamara to the line.
Kermit Davis screaming box out. That time Brakefield Kermit described him as too casual at times. He's going to be on your lower left screen. You got to get in there and box out. As I mentioned, don't extend this game any further with self-inflicted wounds.
Well, right there. Now it's a 4-possession game. 3:10 to go. Trap comes up ahead. Rodriguez across the timeline. Inside of 3 minutes. And this could ultimately end up being a quality win when this thing is all said and done at the end of the year for Ole Miss. Turnover, though. Smith. Fouled. Rodriguez gets whistled. He thought he got all ball. Take a look.
Well, Kermit Davis is saying, look, we shouldn't ever put the ref in a position to even have to make that call. Take care of the basketball on the other end. Close this game out. That's now 2 turnovers, one by Morrell. That went on Ruffin, where the coach is saying, guys, I just got to trust you to make the right play. I'll take a shot clock violation before I'll take a live ball turnover. That's keeping Dayton in this.
Well, and then this a made free throw here just allows, once again, to your point, allows Dayton to set the press up again. Brakefield, Rodriguez with 4 fouls each. 2:44 to go. Now it's back to a 10-point game. Dayton will not go away, as you would expect. Ruffin. Bumped by Elvis. And so that's bonus free throws for Ruffin. He'll have 2. 4th foul on Kobe Elvis. Remember, tomorrow, Mississippi State and Jackson State women's basketball matchup. Tip-off is at 5 Eastern, 4 Central. It's your chance to see the SEC's leading scorer, Rakia Jackson. Also on the app, one tap. Fantastic weekend of college basketball, Dane. You know, and a couple of matchups due to COVID were canceled or postponed, but we have still had some terrific games You had Kentucky toppling UNC. Some other ranked matchups. We referenced Alabama earlier. Gonzaga taking down Texas Tech. The tie with a victory over Gonzaga earlier this year. That three is rattled in. Malachi Smith. Boy, the precocious freshman gets it back to a 3-score game. A little more than 2 minutes to go. Rodriguez. Offensive foul.
You just can't take the bait, and that's why Dayton is trapping the guards so hard, and Joyner and Ruffin, to try to get Ole Miss bigs to bring it up the court. And if you're Rodriguez, this isn't the time to try to, go at the rim, especially when the help defender's coming over. You just got to pull it out, take some clock. First half, midway through the second, maybe. When you're protecting a 9-point lead, just not the time to do it.
Boy, Ole Miss had Rodriguez, by the way, just fouled out. Ole Miss had a 15-point lead just about a minute or two ago. Back to 9. Kamara for 3. That's strong. Tipped out. Elvis has it. Malachi's open. Kamara lays it up and in.
Well, Breakfield's got to put a butt on somebody. I mean, two offensive rebounds, and Kamara, as active as he is down low, you especially got to keep an eye on him. These extra possessions. I mean, Ole Miss is a good enough team. They don't have to score the rest of the game to win. I mean, they're that good defensively, but they got to box out, and they got to stop turning the ball over. Nice job by Kamara. 12 points, 8 boards, keeping it alive. But you did your part as a defense. That first shot defense was fine. Just got to corral and finish the possession.
I mean, this is a 10-2 run since Ole Miss took its largest lead of the game. Ole Miss, by the way, just took its final timeout. It doesn't have any left. Dayton has 2. Both teams in the double bonus. And the possession arrow does favor the Rebels. 1:38 to go.
Well, you knew this Dayton team wasn't going to go away, so I'm not trying to be so hard on Ole Miss because this is a feisty, very talented, well-coached Dayton team. But at the same time, that's the lesson if you're Kermit Davis to your team is, hey, guys, when you have a good team like this down, you can't have these, unforced errors. And I think a lot of these are more on what Ole Miss has done in the past couple minutes than Dayton being productive on the offensive end.
Now, Ole Miss fans they probably don't like your prophetic natures of the last couple of minutes, but you just said, hey, this is the chance to shut the door quickly. And instead, the Rebels have gone on, pardon the Flyers, a 10-2 run. 1:38 to go, a whole boatload of time. And again, Ole Miss without any timeouts the rest of the way. Ruffin, that's a high percentage look. Turned away by Holmes. In the corner, Elvis spots up. That 3 is strong. Morrell fights with Kamara. It's pinballed away, and Morrell can use a little clock. Ruffin fouled, and he's at the line for 2. Boy, it looked like Kamara was going to have a chance to gather it, and instead it got poked free.
Yeah, and that's a heck of a play by Morrell. Not only coming up with the steal on the defensive end, but the headiness to pull it out and not go in transition on a one-on-one play. Finds a way to get Ruffin to the free throw line where Ruffin's certainly young. This is just the 3rd game in his freshman year. But like Rodriguez, when you get in the paint there and you're protecting a lead, it doesn't mean you got to take the shot.
And Ruffin down with a game high. 15 points. Anthony Grant calls his second to last timeout with 1:08 to go. One last reminder, catch Arkansas, the 24th ranked Razorbacks on Tuesday against Elon at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. That's inside Bud Walton Arena. It's on the SEC Network and also streaming live on the ESPN app. Malachi Smith, unfortunately for Anthony Grant, playing with 4 fouls. Elvis has been whistled 4 times as well. Sissoko's not on the floor, the only other in foul trouble. So if you're Anthony Grant, Dane, 1:08 to go. Ruffin has one more free throw, and regardless of make or miss, it's going to be a 3-score game. 68 seconds left.
Where they've been effective is on the interior, just 3 of 14 from deep. So whether it's Smith, Kamara, Holmes, getting the ball to the basket, try to get that easy 2 at the rim, set up in your press, keep Ole Miss on their heels a little bit.
And he got the roll. 16 points for Ruffin. 8-point game. 1:05 to go. Malachi Smith left it way short. 55 seconds. Dayton can play for the steal for a few seconds here. Up ahead, Brooks slams it down. 10-point lead, 45 seconds. The Flyers need buckets, and Kamara drains it. Ruffin fouled. He heads to the free throw line with 39.1.
Nice kick ahead here. This one's safe to shoot a little bit earlier in the clock. Good job by Brooks. Dayton just loses sight as they try to press up, force the turnover. But on the previous defensive possession, I thought Joyner did a nice job understanding that Smith is a better attacker than he is shooter at this point. So he gave himself an extra step, dared Smith to beat him from deep instead of at 2.
Yeah, he's just 1 of 3 from deep. And by the way, it was Malachi who had to foul Ruffin. That's his 5th. And so that super skilled 4-star freshman has to sit on the cushion the remaining 39.1.
I can't wait to follow the rest of his career. I've been so impressed with Smith.
You just beat me to it, yep.
Yeah, on film. Before I got to call their first game, I talked to Anthony Grant, said, man, he just pops off the screen. I don't know him, hadn't met him, but his personality and swagger that he brings to the game is really says a lot, and Coach Grant certainly didn't object to that.
He has coached some very skilled guards over the years. Former Alabama head man, was at VCU, a longtime Billy Donovan assistant at Florida. Well, I was going to say just excited to track the rest of this season for Dayton. This is a team that has not backed down despite some struggles at all tonight. And they have displayed the fight necessary to get back to the top of the A-10 again, where they were 2 seasons ago. Various times tonight. 3-possession game. They need something deep right now. Seal nearly lost it. And pardon Brea on that 3 attempt. Gets fouled inside with 28.1. So 2 free throws are coming after the foul on Brooks. Meanwhile, Kermit Davis's team, Dane, this season has featured ebbs and flows. They started 2-0. They lost a couple of games in the Charleston Classic, games in which they led and lost some leads in the second half, won 3 straight, including a win over a ranked Memphis team that lost to a very good Western Kentucky team. It was a lopsided one. But this would be the program's 5th win in their last 6, trying to get things steady before SEC play. But we've got to close it out. Ruffin fouled. He goes to the free throw line with 21.6.
We talked to Coach Davis about it. We said, look, there's going to be some patience required with Ruffin. He goes, you know what? I was talking to John Morant's college coach, and he just said, Ja, if you get me 6 turnovers, that's okay. Just make sure you got 12 assists. You just got to stay 2-1. And so, look, there's going to be some of that where Coach Davis doesn't love the decision-making of Ruffin, but Ruffin right now, 19 points, 16 minutes over the course of the past 2 games. He's like, look, Coach, you just play me a minute in the game, I'm going to give you over a point per minute. So, let's come to an agreement here. I'm going to make some mistakes, but I'm worth having on the court, and he's certainly shown it here this evening.
Look, the numbers don't lie. Kamara lets it fly. Out of bounds. And that's going to do it, just about. 8-point lead for Ole Miss. And the Rebels likely going to hold another opponent under 70 points. Anthony Grant has a very tenacious Flyers team this year, but Ole Miss is going to win its 5th over its last 6. One more non-conference game before SEC play. A quality win tonight for the Rebels. Ruffin with 19 to lead the way. Glad you joined us tonight in Oxford. For Dane Bradshaw and producer Jim Holder, I'm Kevin Fitzgerald saying so long from the pavilion. Let's get you to Alabama and Jacksonville
Pat Bradley
State,
with you here in Tuscaloosa. Just
which is coming up next. On the call, our friends Dave Neal and Pat Bradley. Take it away.